All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Jeanie, and tonight we are here, gathered here today because of ONPASSIVE.
Yes.
And ONPASSIVE is here to make the world a better place. And of course, I would like to thank God, and I'd like to thank this gentleman whom all of us know him, right? And he's none other than Mr. Ash Mufarah. So let's give him a hand. And because of this man, because of his vision and his mission, we are all blessed today that we are an ambassador, brand ambassador of ONPASSIVE. So let me move on. And because of his vision and mission, the world is going to be blessed. And his mission is, of course, to take care of humanity. And today we are representing ONPASSIVE Passion Global and for nurturing mindset and leadership. And we are from Singapore. And of course, we all know that ONPASSIVE is designed to create wealth so you and I can do more for humanity. And we are all in the same boat, aren't we? So here we are today, 16th of March, and we are doing this on every Thursday. And today, our grand leader or our dynamic leader, Mabel Chan, has passed on the baton. So I'm doing the hosting today. And we are all hosts here to you. And we are Mabel Chan, Faith Yo, and myself, Jeanie Tan. And the next slide, I'm going to share with you what's the meeting agenda for tonight. I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to talk about ONPASSIVE because I'm sure all of us run around everywhere, you know, every meeting in every parts of the world to listen to all the dynamic leaders all over about ONPASSIVE, about the products, about how to manage the do we call it back office? Yeah. So
OES.
Sorry, OES. Yeah. So thank you, John. So we are here today, the meeting agenda. I'm going to talk about what's the most important ingredient in the company's growth, in a company's growth. So today we are going to talk about, irregardless of which company, but of course today we are talking about ONPASSIVE. All right. And in closing later on, I would like leaders and founders to share and to give feedback, you know, about what we talk about today, what we have shared today. So of course, the topic for today is about the most important ingredient in the company's growth, right? And I'll be your host and presenter tonight. So of course, in a company, we know that there are many, many other ingredients, such as we will have the company, of course, and then we will have the products in the company, and we will have the system in the company that runs the whole thing, and of course, the tools that they have and they used. And we have also the most important, one of the very most important part is marketing system. And as we all know that in ONPASSIVE, we have a very famous, a very dynamic team headed by Dr. Soha, who runs the marketing team, right? And then, of course, we have trainings, you know, and we will have compensation. And the most important ingredient here tonight that I'm going to touch on and going to share is about the people. The people, the system that we follow, and how we do the duplication and how we pass it on. Just like tonight, how Mabel is passing on the baton, right? Yeah. So that's exactly what we will do. So tonight, the people, we are talking about the people. The people is you and me. So I have this question to ask all of us here. Why do so many people fail? Why? In a company, in a family, in everywhere. Why do so many people fail? Okay, there are three main areas that I will touch on today. Of course, there are many, many other areas, but I just touch on these three main areas. And that is the ego and pride of a person. Ego and pride of a person is one thing that I will touch on. And the second thing I will be touching on are the people themselves and the team. And of course, number 3 is the character of the person. All right, that's why so many people fail. And number 1 is the ego and the pride. Sounds familiar? Yeah. So some people, because of their pride and their ego, they think they are bigger than themselves. Right? Sounds familiar, right? And they let pride take over. So when that happens, you know, a lot of things can happen and can go wrong. And then, of course, there are a lot of leaders, a lot of owners or company owners or people like that who will abuse their power, or even superiors, you know. They hurt people by the words, you know, what they are saying, they are not careful, and they usually hurt a lot of people because of that. And of course, they have no humility, they have no love for people, and they are just selfish. You know, there are a lot of selfish people around, right? And of course, there's no teamwork. In a company, especially, if there's no teamwork, if you cannot work with the people that are working with you, you cannot work with your subordinates, you cannot work with your colleagues, you cannot work with the departments that you are put in, then it's very, very tough. Like for us here in ONPASSIVE, all right, I would like to really thank God and thank Mr. Mufara, you know, for giving us the vision and the mission to follow. And a lot of the leaders all over the globe are all towing the line. And like you and me, why are we, you know, coming on from seminars to seminars? Why? Because we want to learn, right? And we want to also be a part of the team. Not to just take from the team, but also to give. We have to learn to give and to take, not just take, all right? And of course, there are also this group of people who like to blame others. They always will blame. They will point at other people, but they forget that when they point one finger at someone, 4 fingers are pointing at themselves, right? And they always will blame leaders. You know, I'm sure even until now, a lot of us have come across people who just blame, right? They will blame everything and anything. They will blame the company. They will blame the products. They will blame the leaders or people who brought them in, people who share this business with them. They blame everything and anything, right? And of course, there's this group of people, and these are also part of the people who blame, right? They are just being ungrateful. Just being ungrateful to anything and everything because they are just selfish, plain selfish, right? So let's be grateful. And before I move on to the next slide, I would like to share a very short video with you. This video, each time I play it, it really touches my heart. I'm not sure about you, but let's see, right? Let's watch the video. It's a very short one.
In this life, there are people who always find a reason to complain. People who always whine. People who always cry about how unfair life is treating them. There are people who never show gratitude for all that God has given them. But there are others who see life very differently. They see the perfection and the imperfections. They see the opportunities and make the best out of whatever God has given them to show up and give life all they've got. They don't complain even though they have a reason to complain. They don't cry even though they have a reason to cry. They don't walk around with a poor me mentality because they are winners and not whiners. They are victors and not victims. They are champions. They are overcomers. They choose to see the good and not the bad. They choose to be happy and not sad. They choose to be grateful and not ungrateful. They refuse to see themselves as disabled. They see themselves as differently abled. No matter who you are or what you're going through, as long as you're breathing, as long as your heart is beating, as long as you're alive, you've got every reason to be thankful. You've got every reason to be grateful. Shalom.
Wow. I hope that touches your heart. It did to me. And of course, now we have this word, ego, the 3-letter word. It's just a small 3-letter word, which can destroy a big 12-letter word called relationship. We all agree, right? Yeah, so let's be mindful and let's watch our ego. And number 2 that I want to share about people and team. We would always like to associate ourselves with like-minded people and positive people, because we do not want negative people to drag us down, right? So we always like to mix around with like-minded people and positive people. And with this group of people, I would like to build an inner circle with them, all right? And I call this inner circle. And what do they comprise of? Who do they comprise of? This comprise of people who love you, who like you, and who will help you. And we will help each other, right? And of course, we will build trust among each other in this inner circle group or team, we call it. And we will build a relationship among each other. And we will create an atmosphere of transparency, a transparent atmosphere among each other. That means we don't hide anything from each other. If we can, we try to share it so that we can lighten our burden. If we do have, at least we know that these are the people we can trust, right? And these are the people who will keep you accountable for what you say you want to do, and are you doing it, you know? And we give them permission to give you a positive feedback. These are the people that we call our inner circle people, and we can trust them. They like you, they love you, they want to help you, and so do you want to do the same for them, all right? And these are people. And number 3 is the character. The character of these people is who you are. The character, my character is who I am. Your character is who you are. Are you honest? Do you have integrity? Are you trustworthy? Are you a moral person? And do you respect others? And of course, many, many more, right? Is what makes you and I. And what do you want to be? Oh, sorry, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? You must pay attention and work hard on it. You see, like I said, if you dwell on the negative, you become a very negative person. But if you dwell on the positive and mix around with a group of positive people, like-minded people, you know that they will pull you up and you will pull them up as well and not drag you down, right? And of course, we do not compromise. We do not compromise on our values, right? And trust is really, it's a word, you know, that everybody says, oh, it's just a 5-letter word, trust. Yeah, but trust is slow to build, but very easy to be broken, right? It's easy to break. And of course, we have to walk the talk. To be a leader, to be trusted by people, you have to walk your talk. Do what you say you will do, right? And be congruent in your actions, right? And respect. Does people trust you? If they trust you, they will respect you, right? Excuses, don't make excuses. There are many, many people who like to make excuses for everything and anything. They will have an excuse. Take ownership. We have to learn to take ownership, okay? Then, of course, patience. Be slow to anger and slow to judge others, right? And with this slow to judge, I have one more short video that may touch your heart like it did to me. And this is a short film by Elvis Nachi and 4 Media Group.
Come in. Here. You're late. Why are you late? Show me your hand. There. Sit down now. And don't do it again. Silence. Come in. You're late again. And go. Sit down. Come in.
Yeah. So don't be too quick to judge because we do not know what others are going through. I've watched this short video many times, and each time when I repeat, it brings me to tears. It's very sad, isn't it? Yeah. All right, let's move on. So in conclusion, we are all leaders. We are all born leaders. Every single one of us are leaders. You are a leader at your home. You are a leader in your company. You are a leader to even one person. You are a leader to your kids. All right. We are all born leaders. And now I would like all of us to do this short, small exercise. Please take 2 minutes, the next 2 minutes, to reflect on these 3 simple questions that I'm going to show you. And then we will have a discussion. Okay, number 1, what kind of leader do you want to be? What kind of leader do you want to be? And number 2, moving forward, how would you like to lead your team? How would you like to lead your team? And number 3, what is that one idea that you can contribute to build your team? What is that one idea that you can contribute to build your team? So let's take 2 minutes and then let's see who wants to start off with the sharing. All right. So please go ahead. 2 minutes starts now. Have you taken down the questions? So that I can stop share and I can see all of you. All right. I think 2 minutes is up. Who would like to start the ball rolling? I'm going to stop sharing the screen so I can see. Okay, I can see the hands. Miss Amina, thank you. Thank you for volunteering to share.
Yeah, thank you very much. These 3 questions, if I try to answer, what kind of leader do I want it to be? I want it to be a leader, not a boss. I want it to be a leader who can motivate and encourage, her team? The second question, moving forward, how would you lead your team? I would lead my team with growth mindset, not fixed one, growth mindset and passion. What is that one idea that you can contribute to build your team to increase their knowledge about their business? That's what I'm doing now, and I'm doing now every day. Thank you, Jana. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Amina. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we have Brother John.
Yes. Well, first of all, I don't know if I can answer specifically the 3 questions. What kind of leader do you want to be? First of all, I don't really consider myself a leader. I know what it's all about, and I am considered kind of a leader, but I consider myself a helper. And maybe that's the way I lead in helping other leaders or helping others. So, and then moving forward, how would you like to lead? Well, just by doing what I've been doing, but perhaps looking into myself and improving myself, and to get some of these qualities that that you've been telling us here, and live by those qualities. And most importantly, I'll just go to the to express what I'm trying to say. The video we just saw there, it just got me. I'm still a little bit emotional, and I started to think immediately that even before we got the idea at the end, that the teacher was being not patient, maybe prideful, not patient, because we saw the young boy. We didn't know he would come in and he would be late, and then he would be scolded and struck on the hand. And I kept thinking, wow, I don't know if I like that, first of all, but and I would think, where was he? Why is he late? I thought of that immediately before we got, and each time he came in, I thought, well, why does the teacher just punish him? Why doesn't he try to ask him? And then by circumstance, the teacher happened to be riding his bike to school, and he saw the young boy and why he was late. And then I give him respect for finally, I won't say he was that patient, but at least he was slow to anger. I mean, he was delivering his type of justice for being late, which I didn't. I've had a little bit of, I don't know if I agree with that, but at any rate, but he did. He was patient in the fact that when he saw and he learned, and then the way he treated the little boy when he came in, the time again being late, that I thought was very good. So all of this just makes me think that patience, as the cliche goes, patience is a virtue, and we should always be slow to anger and slow to judge, because we don't know what's going on with other folks. And he certainly didn't know what was going on with the young boy. So for myself, I feel that sometimes I'm not patient enough, even with some of the groups within ONPASSIVE that I administrate. This made me think of that at times, I think I'm slow to anger, but I think sometimes I'm too quick to judge. When I have an issue with someone in our groups, I think at times I judge too quickly. And I've been learning, and I'm learning that I need to be more patient, and I should always be slow to anger, and I should never be quick to judge. So that's what I would have to say about what we've seen and learned today. And then now, very quickly, I just want to say I have my chance to talk about. I've popped in the chat for everyone, and those who didn't hear me talking earlier before we started, I'd like everyone to take a look at this video that I'm putting the link in the chat, and I'll put it again, but I put it a few times. It's a YouTube that Jeffrey Morlock had made a video, and he made it from a meeting that I was in a week ago, a Friday, the day after we had a Singapore, where we were speaking a lot about heart. And the next day, the theme of the Bangladesh webinar was about ONPASSIVE heart. So I spoke, Dr. Bill spoke, Jeffrey spoke, Gina Leva spoke, several people spoke. Now, Jeffrey edited it down so that it's not the whole webinar. And that's what I'm putting here for you folks. I want everyone to please take a look at the YouTube video. I'll put the link in again. It's in the chat now, but I'll put it in again so people can go and see it when I finish talking about it. Please look at this video and you'll hear all of us talk about our ONPASSIVE heart, or what we believe about ONPASSIVE's heart. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for letting me speak. And
Thank you. Thank you,
you
John.
look at that link. You look at the
Yes.
link. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you for sharing. All right, we have Dr. Patience. Dr. Patience. And then next will
Hello.
be Miss Yasmin. Yeah.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm just going to try to be straight to the point. Yeah, everybody's emotional. Really, there are people that are really out there struggling, and we really have to say we are blessed. The kind of leader I want to be, or I like to be, or I think I am, is a leader that people can emulate. A leader that people can emulate means you can relate to and want to strive to be like you, right? And moving forward, I will continue to lead my team with humility. Means roll my sleeve and come down to work with the team. You're not a boss that's a direct, you're not a boss that's giving order. You're part of a team, you're working as a team. So roll off my sleeve and join and be the team. I am part of the team, so I'm not going to be like, I'm above the team, right? That's the type of leader I want to be. Humility. And then the one idea I want to contribute to the team is continue to grow their mindset, their growth mindset, the mindset of giving, the mindset of caring, the mindset of being for one another, the mindset that all of us will win together. Nobody is going to be ahead, nobody's going to be bigger, nobody's better than anybody, but we're all equal because we're all God's children and He created us in His image, that we should be equal. And that, I think that's the mindset the CEO has been trying to grow for us as well. The mindset of giving and being part of a team, the mindset to move together as one unit, the mindset to be there for each other. So that is the idea that I'll bring in the team, working together as a team. As I said, lead with so that people can emulate, and continue and moving forward, lead with humility, be part of a team, not a boss, right? And continue to grow that mindset of togetherness. That's how I think I will want and I will continue and wish for patience and God guidance to keep doing that, so that people can grow together. Nobody feels inferior or better or superior. Okay, we're all together, we're all one person created by the Almighty God, one image. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Patience. And next, okay, we have Miss Yasmin. Miss Yasmin, thank you.
Should we stop sharing so that we can see everyone, or
Uh,
everybody
then
has
later I have 2 more to complete the whole
two
thing.
more? Okay.
2 more slides.
Okay. As long as we can, everybody is still
Mhm.
okay. Understand.
And this one easier for them to read from there, if
Correct.
unless you want to see everybody, I off later I put it on.
No, it's okay. Better this way, yeah.
Miss Amina, your hand is still up. Do you want to say something? Miss Amina?
You are muted. Amina, you are muted.
Amina? Miss Amina?
Is that me?
Oh, it's not you? Oh,
No,
But your
that's not me.
Your hand
no,
is up.
it's Yasmin. It's Yasmin.
Okay, Yasmin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Amina is me. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Miss Yasmin? Miss Yasmin is not there. Okay, we'll come back to her.
Dr. Bill.
We have Dr. Bill. Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, you're on. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Dr. Bill. Yes, Miss Yasmin.
Yes, hi. Hi, everyone. Yes, glad to be here. And in this question I think my internet is a little bit weak. So answering these questions, I will start about the principle of life is to be a law-abiding citizen and respect boundaries and giving with no strings, and do myself a favor by networking and be part of the team. For me, I don't like the word leader, and I don't like to be called as a leader. Instead, I like to be a ginger, to be an example. So for this question is, I will answer like, what kind of leader do you want to be? I would like to be as kind of example and a ginger, somebody that people admire and to follow. And moving forward, I always try to be part of a team. I am just a human being. I don't belong to any group. That's why I go from Singapore to India and to every team, because everybody who spends their time should be respected. And also we always think about feeding our stomach, but also brain needs to be fed, because we all always learn from each other. And what is the one idea you contribute to build your team is to teach them whatever I know and go to the extra mile to show them where I can be and ask them to follow me. That's what everybody tell them, to be the sister and the and a friend who got their back. So everybody can call me and ask me whatever they like anytime, 24/7, and I give them respond. And that's all I do. I try. I like to give without no string, and to be open-minded to learn with my team and everyone around me together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Yasmin. Thank you for sharing. All right, now we have Dr. Bill.
Hey, Jeanie, thank you for your fine presentation today, and looking forward to hearing what everybody else has to say. It's been a good start to the questions and the answers. What kind of leader do you want to be? I want to be, I think at this point in my life, I want to be a servant leader. I've been out front a long time and been in the front of the room, been out taking a lot of chances. And what I want to do from this point is probably serve from the back of the room and lift other people up. I think the leadership style that you have changes as you mature. And when you have more wisdom, you tend to go toward the back of the room rather than try to be always in the front of the room. And so that's kind of my style. And you learn what's effective over time. And you learn that you don't always have to be the one in the front of the room to lead better. Leading by example is probably as important as anything, is do what I do, not what I say. That's important. We want to keep the humanity in our life. And that was brought out by your presentation today, Jeanie, is keeping humanity as front and center in your business and your family. To me, I never wanted to separate family and business. I wanted it all to be synchronous and live accordingly. Some people like to separate their home life from their job, their career. They don't bring them together, and they're in disharmony in my mind when that happens. But that's not always what people think. So everybody has opinions on separating job and family. To me, life is more of a homogeneous mix rather than separate pieces. If you talk about what type of leader, that was servant leadership. And where did I learn about servant leadership? We had a class by a consultant came in a dental consultant taught our office about servant leadership because he was a trained consultant from Ken Blanchard, who's an author that wrote a lot about servant leadership, Christ-centered leadership. And so he was always talking about serving the people, and then things will happen good. Serve the people, serve the client, serve the patient. And that was kind of a model that we followed. And who are the examples of servant leaders that you might have heard of? Nelson Mandela, we highlighted him last week. Abraham Lincoln would be a servant leader. Mahatma Gandhi would be a servant leader. Martin Luther King. These people were leading from the front and the back, you might say. They didn't always mix with the elites. They kind of hang out with the regular people. And so one of the things that stands out to me about Ashma Farah, for example, is he likes to hang out with the regular people. You know, he's the antithesis of a guy who wants to hang out with just the upper echelon of society. He wants to be with all of us. He demonstrates that on a weekly basis. So his disdain for pomp and circumstance is pretty dramatic. You know, he wants to have 5-hour webinars with us as opposed to dining with presidents around the world. So yeah, that's a servant leader right there. Another trait of leadership, and one example that we can take, is to make sure our library includes books and that we refer our teams to the books to learn and become better at leading by reading the books and working through workshops. And that's one of the things that I believe is important for leaders, is to have workshops in your team to develop leadership skills and to develop management systems. You can't just do it by just working all the time. You have to actually work on your business, not just in your business. And so about 40 years ago, I read a book, In Search of Excellence, by Tom Peters and Robert Waterman. And they had a list of maybe 15 or 20 things that a good company does that they figured out. It's kind of a modern day Think and Grow Rich, you might say, In Search of Excellence. And one thing they had was management by walking around. Management by walking around is where you actually have the leadership go out among the team and see what they're doing and watch them over their shoulder to see, you know, that they understand the job that's being done by the people in the company. So if you have a group that you work with, you want to be involved and you want to know exactly how it is for them to work for you if you're the boss. A leader understands what the team's going through, in other words. And so you're hands-on, mixed in with them instead of sitting up in your ivory tower watching them through a small window of reality. You know, you're down and you know what they're doing. So that's the book In Search of Excellence, and the other one, Ken Blanchard, is Servant Leadership. And I think that would be one good idea to contribute to grow and build your team, is to hold some study sessions together and maybe go through a workshop together online or in person. Do you a world of good. And 46 years of doing it is something that has proven worthwhile for me, and I want to continue to bring that into ONPASSIVE and to share that information wherever we go. That's enough for me. I'll pass it on to the next contributor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. Yeah, I've taken down notes on what you shared, and I think it's very valuable. We are all learning from each other, and I'm learning a lot from you tonight too. Yeah, so next we have Mabel.
Okay, let me share. The first point is, what kind of a leader I would like to be: understanding and encouraging as much as I can. How would I lead? I would love to lead by passion, with passion, because with that we will encourage people's passion to arise. Each of us have our own calling, and that calling is according to our passion. And everyone has that God-given calling. So a person can't do everything, I can't do everything. As long as we can are led by something, others' passion will arise. And then what would be one idea? The idea actually is what we have been going through, and some have said growth mindset, a mindset that that is positive in building team. Because alone you cannot do much, but a team, when a like-minded passion team comes together, wow, together we are stronger. So what would I hope to be able to contribute would be to team spirit, team building, and then various teams throughout the globe as we come together to learn from one another, and then we step forward doing our fulfilling our various passion. Thank you, Jeanie. Thank you for leading us.
Thank you, Mabel. Okay, thank you for your sharing. I'm also learning from you, taking down points as well. And next, we have Mr. Muhammad Sia from Canada.
Hello, everyone. Good to
Hi.
see all of you. I'm glad I'm here today. It was 5 a.m. for me that I have to wake up and, make sure that I don't miss this.
Wow.
Especially when Dr. Bill is in the house. It's pretty exciting. Good to see you, Dr. Bill. Oh, what do I have here? Oh my God. This is very exciting. What kind of leader? Oh, the kind of leader that I have to be, I think for me is understanding, integrity, somebody who's accessible to those that wanted to get the information, somebody who's available to his team. Leaders that I want to be, even though I don't see myself as a leader. I think everyone wants a leader in their own right. It's someone who encourages others in a good or bad, able to use certain things that happen to us, like winning or losing, or success or also failure. Sometimes channel those energies and use it into a positive way to motivate the team. And moving forward, when the team, I think the team, you need effective communication, understanding, doing your due diligence when it comes to working on certain tasks or a project together with a group that you want to maybe present it to a larger audience. Somebody who's able to use the various challenges that they come across, and utilize the both from failure and success, and put it in the box and pull out the positive from what they learn. And the one idea that I would like to contribute to a team is empowerment. I think it's the best thing to do when you are part of a team that you want to motivate them, is to understand everybody's side of the story, to get the message across that the leader has to be kind enough to to hear from everyone, and use those ideas and communication based on the data they collected, trying to motivate the team or bringing a new project into existence. That's just my contribution. Thank you so much. What a wonderful presentation and a great way to engage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Sia. Okay, next we have Anna Samu from Australia.
Thank you very much, for time for me. And I just want to, touch base of what kind of leader do you want to be? I want a leader, to have that passion, in their heart. And then I want that leader, to understand, how to handle, the people or the teams, attitude, because everyone's they all different. So what kind of leader do you want to be? I want to be, myself to be an example, so I can, teach the people, teach the team, as, collaboration, with one heart, with one, positive. And then there's a lot of things that I want to, kind of leader that do I want to be. And then to be myself, be an example for everyone. Go to the low position, start from the scratch. Moving forward, and how would you lead, your team? Improving myself, as I said, improving myself so I can be, a good leader to the team, because the people, they can watch you of what you are doing, and then also what is that one idea that you can contribute to build your team, to like I heard one of said growth mindset, passion, comes together, a teamwork, so we can people, they understand, because everyone, they all have a different calling. So now it's better for, to get together, build that communication, to become all in one. So that way, so everyone be all happy and they love each other, love one another. And also us, me, the leader, as the leader, I have to have that key, of patience. Slow to anger, slow to speak, because that's most of the time we don't know what happened with that one of the team comes, with their problems or the things, but we don't know that. But us, we have to have patience, of our team. But that's all from me. Thank you very much, and thank you, Jean, for was so lovely, for that. I really learned myself as well, teach me or listen. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Anna. Thank you for sharing. Okay, next we have Peter John. Peter John, you put up your hand earlier?
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good night.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm from the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
So my type of leadership, and I am not seeing myself as a leader, but more as a relationship builder within the process. As a relationship builder, I am working with becoming more of a coach to the people who are part of my team. So I believe relationship drives trust. And as a result of trust, I will get more commitment from the people based on the conversation and what we do. Moving forward, I would like to demonstrate that type of leadership through the medium of duplication and mentoring, because it is driven by a different type of mindset. Transformational guidance leadership is based on your ability to assist others to change their mindset and their thinking to go forward. And what is the one idea that I would who can contribute to building a team is relationship, trust, focus, desire, and most important, we have to look at duplication in what we do, right? Duplication would help to drive growth. That would be my contribution towards a leader. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Peter, for sharing. All right. Do we have anybody else who wants to share? Anybody else?
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Benny, yes.
The first thing is to define what a leader is. A leader is someone who can see how things can be improved and who rallies people to move towards that better vision. Leaders can work towards making their vision a reality while putting people first. Just being able to motivate people isn't enough. Leaders needs to be empathetic. When I mean by empathetic, it's like showing the ability to understand and share the feelings of one another, and also connect with people to be successful. Now the question is, how do I, what's that question again? What kind of a leader do I want to be? To tell the truth, to really be a leader, I need to go out there, first of all, to learn more about the leadership styles in order to really determine who I want to be. But being a leader, if I have, should I say subordinate, or let me say if I'm working with brand ambassadors, since I understand a little bit about ONPASSIVE, I will try to teach them because there are some people who don't really understand or they don't want to learn, but you have to work together and ask them some questions. Whether do they really understand what I am teaching them? I have to motivate them to make them happy. And then the next question is, moving forward, how will you lead your team? Well, I'll be responsible to train them. I have to set a strategy. I have to monitor their progress. And I will learn to have more strong communication skills, problem solving, organizational, and delegation skills. Then what is the idea that I will want to contribute? I have to maintain my accountability. And if I am working with each and everyone, I will also want them to see their, for them to maintain their accountability. Being a leader, I want to tell the truth. First of all, Sister Jeanie, I want to thank you anyway. I really want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. I just started without even saying thank you. Thank you, Sister Jennings, for this opportunity that you have given to me. By the way, I want to greet each and everyone before I answer the last question. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. I want to thank Dr. Bill and the rest of my brand ambassadors who answered the questions before me. This question, I have been thinking about this, trying to see that I hope one day somebody will bring this opportunity about leadership skills. If being a leader, although I am not one right now, but being a leader, what I expect also that when you have two, let me say two founders fighting, right? If you have two founders fighting, if you are a leader, you will try to listen on both sides. You don't have to only listen on one. Let's just say, oh, because this is my black brother. I'm giving an example, okay? This is my black brother. Let me listen to him. Let me just be on his side. No, you got to listen on both sides. And I'll listen to this one, A, and then I'll listen to B. Then I'll bring both of them together. Okay? Being a counselor, you can do the same thing. Because if you are one-sided leader, because what I have noticed, please forgive me. I know that sometimes people, when you tell the truth, people get mad at you, right? In different organizations, when you tell the truth, being a leader, you got to listen on both sides. You got to work with people together. You cannot just be citing just one. But what I have noticed is that people are citing only one side, one person, which is not fair. Being a leader, I am going to work together with each other, each and everyone, to make them, because I want each and everybody to be happy, right? When you're working, when you are in any organization, you want, let me say, your team members to be happy. If an assignment is being given to you, right? If an assignment is being given to you as a leader and you have members working together, you want to chime. In the morning or afternoon, you say, how you guys doing? Is everybody doing well? And if somebody is not doing the work correctly, you will sit down with that particular individual and ask that person, oh, what is going on? Why are you late? Then before you ask that individual, you take that individual outside, let's say to go eat, right? Because a lot of people, they want to eat. So when they eat now, they'll be able to answer your question, right? They'll be able to, so you talk and then say, oh, the reason why I couldn't do this is because I was mad at this. See, you listen. You got a leader is someone that will listen to one another, work together, see what you can do, monitor that individual. Okay, let me give you one more thing, then I'll leave. Seven, I have a habit. You have to guide each other. You have to be persuasive. You have to show up and make a decision. You have to encourage one another to take action. You have to organize the group, and then you bring people together. Like I said, my own example, bringing people together is that when you notice that this one, because there's always hatred wherever you are in any organization. So you want to do what it takes now to bring the people together. In order to do that, you will take them out, right? Go eat, take lunch. So anyway, I don't want to take too much time, but I really love this topic and we need more of this topic. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, but I still want to thank my God for bringing all of us here. I want to thank our visionary, because if it wasn't for him, Mr. Ash Mufara, and I want to thank our tech brothers and sisters out there, our brother Kamal, Professor Susan, and the team. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you. All right. Next, who else? Who else would like to share? How about Anap from Canada?
Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi.
So if I try to answer that question, it's a good, I want to be the leader who was honest, and I want to be the leader who has the knowledge what I'm teaching or what I'm leading. And also I want to be the leader is on time all the time and have a passion what I'm teaching or what I'm leading, and also free from the discrimination, and also on time and good listener.
I forgot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the good listener and be honest and be fair for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Anap.
You're welcome.
And next we have Mr. Chris Tioson from Philippines.
Hi everyone. A very nice webinar, and I'm learning. We are learning together. Thank you very much, Jeanie, for your presentation and the sharing and feedback. The prior speakers we heard. Mine would be I'd like to be a leader of assisting, and it boils down to coaching leadership. I just googled it minutes ago. And number 2 question, what was that? I just listed it down, lead by example. Probably I just got it from Dr. Bill a while ago. Then the third question for my answer would be sharing the mission, vision, and values of whatever we were talking about, whatever company, right? We have our vision in ONPASSIVE. I saw this in a brochure, in a video. Transform people's lives with artificial intelligence. So probably I have to transform my life through this type of webinar we are learning. I am learning, so we could transfer people's lives as a team. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Salamat po.
Salamat.
Thank you so much. Okay, next, who else? How about Sister Debbie? Sister Debbie, you're very quiet tonight. Are you there? Would you like to share?
Hello, Sister Jeanie. You did a superb job in your presentation.
Thank you.
You made a man cry by your presentation, and that tells me that you can reach out to anyone and everyone, whether or not you are a leader. Now, what kind of leader I want to be? I want to be that leader who will bring smiles to each and every individual in my organization, regardless of who you are, regardless of your status. For example, the first clips that you shared was about people who are challenged, but they are not ashamed to go out there and share their heart into what they can do to survive. You do not discriminate as an employer on who you hire. So they have physical challenges, but the mental skills that they have does not limit them into not doing anything. I will make sure I have everyone and anyone, challenges or no challenges, in my organization if I were a leader. Moving forward, how I would want to lead is to circle back again to where I started by saying I will have a representation of people who have physical and every challenge in my organization. So they should feel welcome and be treated equally, like their colleagues are treating them equally. Like the teacher treated the child eventually only after knowing what challenges the child is going through. And the idea I'll contribute is just ensure that there is equality in every regard, cultural, gender, and compensation. Everyone gets compensated equally. Only because I know in the existing employment market, not everyone is compensated. There's discrimination in the paycheck for certain, some companies, the women earn less than men, and they equally do the same jobs, but they'll tweak the job descriptions in such a way that they will be paid lesser. So I will make sure that if I have a team, everyone on my team is paid equally based on the output of the jobs, as well as the times that they come in. I mean, the hours of work that they put together, the compensation is also the same. How will I contribute to build my team again? Is to ensure that I listen and be listened to. It has to be a reciprocal relationship between my team and myself. It's not something that I only want to be the one to speak up. Always speak up your mind, always share with others and listen what others have to say. Also be willing to accept criticism and work on them, because there are some very good criticisms out there that help you to understand what is wrong, and then you can fix it rather than to fight it. So in a nutshell, that's how I will, if I were a leader, that's what I will do with my team or company. Thank you, Sister Jeanie. I appreciate the good work you're doing.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sister Debbie. Thank you for sharing. All right, next, who else do we have here? Who else want to share? How about Sister Sharon? Are you still there, Sister Sharon? From Singapore?
She got fever.
Oh, she got fever, so she cannot participate today.
Yeah.
How about Faith, Sister Faith? Are you ready to share, Faith or Joanne?
Yep.
Okay,
this
good.
is Faith.
Yeah.
So what kind of leader do I want to be? I would want to be a servant leader. And how would you like to lead your team? I would like to lead by example. I will not expect people to do what I myself am not willing to do. And what is that one idea that you can contribute to build your team? I would like to be in a team that have got consultative leadership, meaning the leader can consult with the team and vice versa to move forward to the next level. And the most important of all in the leadership, I want to trust God in whatever I do to move on to the next level. And I thank God today that Jeanie, you did such a good job. So proud of you. Excellent job. Huh?
Yes,
You
amen.
got me in tears too with your 2 videos. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Faith, for sharing. And thank you for your compliment. So next, who else? Who else is there and who wants to share? If not, I think I will move on.
Yep.
And wrap up. Okay, last call. Calling 1, calling 2, calling 3.
Kumaran.
All right, I'm going Kumaran. Yes.
Kumaran.
Yes. Wow, you cannot hide, Mr.
You think you
Kumaran.
can escape?
Oh, you think you can hide, Eddie Murphy?
Okay.
This actually Faith is as a silent leader. She's behind Mabel and Jeanie all when she's this webinar. So she's actually silent leader. And for Dr. Benny, I have this music for you.
Cannot hear.
I want you to calm down, cool down, cool down. I was listening to you. So I mean, I don't know the word to say, but I want you to cool down.
Cool
right?
down.
Cool down. Okay. For Jeanie, a wonderful presentation today. The videos you share, awesome. Okay. Okay. About the video, I'll come back later after I finish the questions. Okay, what leader do you want to be? For me, the responsibility. My team, I have, they listen to me and they join, become a brand ambassador. So it's my responsibility. So so the leadership is so big, it's a very big scope. But I at the moment I just choose the word responsibility, and moving forward is I want to be the bridge between the ONPASSIVE HQ and with the leaders and with the founders. So I want to be the bridge, and the idea is I want to contribute is keep on sharing the knowledge I get and all the information, just update all my founders. So I will be just continue doing this. And the video, it was awesome. The first one, the pain they are suffering, but we always we don't notice this. But this situation happens in ONPASSIVE. The other way, we don't look at the pain, but the other way, how is our doctor, our CEO is the Hyderabad team. They are there and they are doing all this pain. I do not know the word pain, but the responsibility, the job they are doing, and we are just waiting here, and and the latest things is happening that the questions I'm receiving now, our CEO say, March, what happened? Got another 10 days, about 2 weeks to go. What's happening? What's happening? All this, where actually, if we see from the video, is just be patient and just wait. They are doing everything for us, right? So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kumaran. Dr. Benny, you have your hands up?
Yes, please. I raise my hands up because something that Queen Debbie said, which I really love it, and that I believe hopefully everyone all over the globe and every organization should do it, even though they don't do it, is when it comes to discrimination. They don't only discriminate between a man and a woman. It's like they discriminate when it comes to color. And sometimes, please forgive me, I say this, sometimes I really get mad, although I'm not supposed to, but I say, Father God, why did you create a black? Please forgive me. I'm saying that because it's the truth. And sometimes the truth must be spoken. although when I say it, people get mad, but it is the truth. Now, there is no need to discriminate because you know that there are some blacks that are even smarter than other colors. Please forgive me, right? I am saying it and I stand by my truth, the truth. So it's good that each and everyone in any organization all over the globe should work together, because forgive me again, if I cut your hand, Sister Jeanie, if I cut your hand, right? The blood that comes out, let's just say you're white. You don't see no white blood and it's red. And my own is red because I'm a Black woman. So I expect any leader to respect us, to work for us, to work together, to treat us. There should not be any discrimination. Because when you and I die here, please, Sister Jeanie, they're going to bury you and I down there, down the graveyard. A white man will not fly up and a Black man goes down. Please forgive me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I respect that. I think what you're speaking, what you're saying is the truth. No discrimination, as Sister Debbie has shared. Yeah, and Sister Debbie, your hand is up.
Thank you, Sister Jeanie. I just want to clarify that the discrimination I was talking about is for hiring managers to hire people of who have challenges in terms of physical ability to work, and also the pay discrimination where some genders are not paid equally. The female salaries are not equal, especially managers compared to male managers. So that's what in that context, that's what I use discrimination for. Always hire talented individuals regardless of their physical ability, like the employees. Even that was a very sad thing, and always compensate managers regardless of whether they're men or women, as long as they're doing the job equally. So I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Back to you, Sister Jeanie.
Thank you, Sister Debbie.
Yes, and for me, discrimination is at a human level, and we are so carnal. And God loves His creation. God loves the colors. He's the one who created all. So it is at the human level. And how wonderful, as Benny says, Dr. Benny says, the color may be different, but inside us, we are all the same. Yep. Our blood is red.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mabel. All right. So no more sharing. Then I shall move on. Okay, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 again. Going 1, going twice, going 3 times. Chris, thank you. All right, so we move on. Okay, teamwork. What is teamwork? Teamwork makes our dream work. So let's have our teamwork together, irregardless of the colors, okay? Irregardless of the gender. And I would like to close with this. The richest wealth is wisdom, and the strongest weapon is patience. The best security is faith. So I want to thank God for creating all of us, for creating everyone, although we are of different colors, but we are the same. God loves every one of us the same. He has not discriminated us. Not even the little enemies and the little beetles that He created. He loves them all. And of course, the greatest tonic is laughter. And surprisingly, all are free. God has created all this for us for free. So let's enjoy all the free gift from God and thank God for this. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating with me. And thank you for being so kind to stay till the end of the presentation. And I thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing session, right? So refreshing, so encouraging, so wonderful. We agree. Next week, Jeanie will still be with us leading and hosting. And we really, after this session, we look forward to her, and she will definitely be continuing to lead us. So is there any question and answer that we, any,
Mabel,
yeah.
when I show patient just now, we missed Dr. Patient. She's there.
Yes, Dr. Patient did share right at the beginning, right?
Yes.
I'm here, and I was going to ask something. Now they've called my name. And I know Jenny, as you finish your presentation, but one great thing that a great leader should do is to do what I call an interview. Not an interview, an interview with your team. An interview will give you an opportunity to know your team member, know their likes and their don't likes, to know their situation, to know their challenges, to know their strong point. When you get to know somebody in a personal level, you can be a great leader. Because there was a situation that one guy came late to work, and the boss, because I don't call him a leader, I call him a boss, because if he's a leader, I will not act that way. And most were yelling and did not understand why this person that normally is on time, the only one time he came late, he didn't understand because he never did an interview. To come and find out that that was a single dad, and that day, the person that's supposed to have helped him to take the kids to school was not available. He was supposed to deal with his kids. And if he had done an interview, I know that this is a single dad, coming late to work one day, not all the time, one day would have been the end of the world. So interview very important, knowing your audience. If we know each other, we can live with each other peacefully. I'll know your likes and your don't. You know my likes and my don't. And we understand each other. I know if Mabel says something like this is what she means. I will not go off the cuff to just interpret what I think it is, because I have come to know her on a personal note. So an interview as a leader is a very good thing to do, all your team members, because now you will know their challenges. You know their strong point and their weak point, and you know how to work together. So thank you, Kimara. I've been here listening. I'm saving 2 masters, that's why. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Patience. Okay, Mabel, do you have anything to share?
Yes, we have all shared throughout the session, and it's anyone else want to share? We have all, yes, Dr. Bill Williams.
Oh, I saw Sarah. Sarah, you want to share? Sarah from Singapore?
Dr. Bill Williams' hand is up first.
Oh, okay, Dr. Bill.
Where is Sarah?
Let's let Sarah go first.
Where is she? Where is she?
Sarah? Not sure if, hi.
Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Everybody. I'm just enjoying every points that everyone is sharing. I'm so just amazed and encouraged, and I'm learning from every one of you. For me, I would love to be a leader with kindness. My mom always, from young, she always talk about kindness. You know, with kindness, you can go very far, because you take the first step to understand. Kindness can lead to many things, to understanding, to patience, to love, to caring. And it has to be kindness first. So from there you can lead. It's like, then you can move on, because without that, because words can be very hurting if we are not if we are not using words of kindness, even though the person may be right or wrong, but I think a kind words can help to change a person, can help to encourage a person. Yeah. I have never been a leader in anywhere, but to me, I would like to learn from everyone here. It is a journey of learning for me, and I'm so privileged. I think I am at the most privileged pace of my life, where I can see the passion and love of others. I just respect everyone here who is willing to share, who is willing to show me the way. Yeah, especially Mabel has not only been my friend, but she's also shown me, she has showed me her kindness. Most of all, I just want to wish everybody a good long journey together, hand in hand, working together. Yeah, and God bless everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone, regardless. All right. And I love everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you too, Sarah. Sarah is a woman of passion in many ways and areas. She's going to be a great leader, leading in passion.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless everyone.
Yeah. God bless you too.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Bill, back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Very good words. Thank you for sharing with us. We value what you have to say. Part of leadership is pointing the way. You know, this is the way we go. And we don't want to lose sight of the fact that we got to keep focused on the target. And the target is knowing what's happening at all times so that you can react in the right way when you're stimulated to do something that's required, right? So I wrote some information on a post that I put up this week about focus and keeping your eyes on the target, not losing track of where we are. So what's going on in ONPASSIVE and what's happening in Dubai and around Abu Dhabi, we need to remember to get back into the back office or the OES every day, see if something new has happened, right? The big event that's happening at the Coca-Cola Arena tomorrow, there's a big singer, Majid Al-Mohadi is going to be singing. He's an Iraqi singer. ONPASSIVE and, you know, Best Events is sponsoring that. So we're doing things every day around the world to bring the level up of awareness, increasing our circle of influence, and that's the key. The more people see us, the more people will like us. And another point that's happening is that we had the manuals for ONET, OMail, OTRIM, OCHAT, and the ecosystem all put available to us. And I don't know if everybody knows that they're there. They're hard to find sometimes. So you have to go in and kind of search to find where you get them. And they're downloadable as PDFs. The ONET is 110 pages. The OMail is 99 pages. OTRIM is 40 pages. OCHAT is 42 pages. And the ecosystem manual is 55 pages. So it's anywhere from 2 to 5 megabytes of data per ebook. So this has got full of diagrams of pictures, and that's why it's got so many megabytes. Pictures of every step of what you need to do for everything you can do And so that's our next job as founders and brand ambassadors, is to understand our products so that you can explain it to people and you actually to use it properly. You can get the maximum usage out of your product by understanding the product. And so I would encourage everyone to download onto a readable format, like a large screen computer, not just your iPhone, but download it so you can read the instructions and see the pictures clearly about what you do on your screen to navigate. And that will tell you how to become excellent in using our products and knowing their capabilities. If it's not known how to use it, you'll never be a good brand ambassador, in my mind. You need the basics minimum. If you have the specifics down excellent, then you'll become a very effective brand ambassador. So that's the word I wanted to pass today, is that the 5 manuals should be downloaded by our team. All of our friends should download it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bill. That was an important information for all of us. So remember to
SA
download.
from ONPASSIVE.
Yeah, remember to download your ebook about all the products from ONPASSIVE. Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
It's the best group on the internet. ONPASSIVE has nothing better to offer than this fine Singapore group. Always
Thank you,
faithful.
Dr. Bill.
Glad to have you.
Thank you, Dr. Bill. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dream team, you didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Dream team is the
Everybody's
best. Dream team is the
Everybody's
best.
good.
Dr. Bill,
Together,
you're
wow.
talking like that father who has 5 children, and when the other 4 are not around, you say, "Oh, you're my favorite child." You go to the next one when the other 4 are not there. You're my favorite child, and they all feel like you're your favorite. And then
Whenever
one
I
day
put
you
on,
let
that's
the
my
cat out of
favorite.
the bag, and
the thing is that it's all the truth. All we are the best, all of us. And together we will accomplish something for the
Amen.
vision and the mission. I love what he Dr. Bill said. Really, a leader. I think we spoke a lot, and how he zoomed in. A leader points the way. Thank you, Dr. Bill. Amongst all the way, whether we have weak point, strong point, we have character, kindness, strength, everything. A leader points the way, focus, and know what is ahead of us. So that will help us. And we come back to our passion. If we are moved and motivated by our passion, a lot of things become automatic. It's within us to point the way, to lead. And there are many people going in the same direction, but accomplishing different functions and value. Kumaran, yes? You have the final say, right?
Yeah, Mabel, we have Latoya, Sister Latoya. She was active. She used to visit us always, but then so long she was missing. And today she's around. I think she can share some words.
Yes.
No, she private messaged me. She's working.
Oh yeah, she's working.
Yeah, she can only listen in.
She can only listen, but she cannot speak. Yeah.
Okay.
Next time when she's available.
That will be next time.
Thank you, Kumaran, for noticing her.
Yes, we notice everyone. Thank you, everyone. Jeanie, would you like to wrap up a little bit? But I want to thank you really for such a wonderful, refreshing topic in leading us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Mabel. Yeah, I would like to thank you, everyone, for giving me this opportunity and for your support, for staying on until the end of the session. And I really appreciate, and I thank you for all your good words. And of course, for all the leaders who have shared what kind of, the 3 questions, like what kind of leaders you want to be and all that. In fact, I'm learning from every single one of you who have shared, and I've taken down points. Because every one of us, like I said, is a leader. So everyone has their own perspective as to how they want to be, how their leadership style would be. So it's definitely different. So we can learn from each other, and I'm learning from all of you too. So tonight we are learning from each other, and I'm very, very glad that all of us are here. And I am really looking forward for the day that we can really meet each other face to face, and then let's have a blast.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So,
and Dr. Bill and Dr. Benny and Sister Debbie, Dr. Patience, Sister Amina, Yasmin, John Barella, and who else? Many, many more. And Kumaran, and all the Singapore boys and girls.
Yeah.
And all the Malaysian boys and girls, and other countries as well.
Yes.
Like Australia and USA and many other countries. Yeah.
Yes.
So I cannot mention all the name because I cannot remember all the names. So I want to thank every single one who's present here today.
Yes.
Yeah. And good night, everyone.
Yep. We have quite a good record number of people sharing today. So spontaneous. And Chris Teoson, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
One day, share with us Philippines.
Yeah,
Great.
We prepare for that.
Yes. Okay. So thank you everyone for coming, and see you next week. It will be Jeanie again with us, with all her gems and leadership, and sharing her heart out. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Dr. Patience, you have a new hat today.
Oh yeah, we forgot to put on our hats today.
Dr. Patience, you have a new hat today.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm a headpiece hat person. So today I'm trying to get summer to come fast. I'm tired with the cold. So I brought the first cap. Rooting for that warm weather. Please root out with me if I'm tired of the cold.
Okay, I will
Thank
stop
you,
the
everybody.
recording.
Thank you, John.
Good night.